fertilizer 53%, seed 51%. So okay, he's doing okay. Don't need anything else. So we'll go jump in here and start doing this task. This is a big seeder, a big sprayer. I'm going to try and how are we going to do this then? Okay. Let's do that, do that, do that. Set A. Back. And this is why we put GPS on this tractor. Stop, turn off the thing, and set B back to there. Oh, I didn't. Auto width. Well, that's that. So let's go. But rumour has it, if you spray the entire field, then you will not have any more weed issues. So what we're doing here is we're killing the weeds in place and then treating the ground so that we won't get any more weeds all the way through harvest. Because I have had that happen on standard game. The weeds come in, you spray the weeds are gone, and the night before harvest, the field's fully fertilized, no weeds, it's all good. You get up the next morning, weeds grew overnight, and because the field is now ready to harvest, you can't destroy them. And of course, in the base game, the weeds cover the entire land, so not a good thing. Need to set that to reverse. And there's a lot of, I'm not sure how much of that is failed to germinate and how much is death due to environmental conditions. Okay, go. So obviously this will take us a little while. It's one of the reasons I like spreaders over sprayers for the most part, is because spreaders allow you to drive a lot faster than sprayers. Okay, how's that going? Seed down to 31%, fertilizer at 47%. So we will need to reload the seed. Fortunately, we've got a little bit available. But also, I mean, the way that seeder's running, I mean, it's going to be pushing it, but we might get lucky and have enough seed here. So I really don't want to have to run all the way back to the store. Where is the seeder? Must be at the other end of the field. So what else has been going on? So our deck staircase is complete, which is a yay thing. And oh, it looks like you might have got stuck the other side of the island, so that's not a problem. Come on, go. Yeah, we ordered the fridge, that's all done. So yeah, we had our former foster daughter over for the entire week because she wanted to come to church and help. So she came over on the Sunday afternoon for the Sunday evening session. And the plan was she was going to do, join us Sunday evening and work through Monday. And end of Sunday evening, we sort of said, so do you want to stay, or do you want to stay all week, or do you just want to do Monday? And she said, oh no, I'm staying all week. So she stayed all week, and because of course at that point, Mum needs to tell the daycare that she's not going to be there for the entire week, and of course because we finished Thursday, we had her all day Friday as well, because that's daycare time and you can't drop them off when you've told them they're not coming. That's a lot of bad patches of stuff. Ugh. We have not had a good planting season by the looks of it. I mean, here it's not tragic. These patches are kind of small. But looking behind us at that other field, which will be herbiciding shortly, that looks like a bit of a disaster. Oops. The wheels aren't straight. There we go. Yeah, GPS tends to not like it if you've got the steering wheel turned. It won't engage. That's something that also automatically disengages it. So yeah, we got a patch of ground there. And we got another patch up the end there. And it could have been they died over winter, but I don't know, I didn't, maybe I should have come out and inspected the fields at the beginning of winter to see what level of crop we had. Oh, there's the planting tractor doing its planting thing. As we get closer, we'll be able to see the sort of coverage. I'm thinking it's done the far end of the field where the island of trees is. So there's a wide patch at the top here that will need to be done. Yeah, you can see that's the first row up from the bottom of the field, and then we have that wide patch there that isn't. Okay, that's that. Help us see has stopped unexpectedly. Of course it has. You will jump out and Land Rover should be okay. The problem is how much seed this is and whether it will fit in the trailer. I think the convertment kit would look good on the front of a case tractor. Just saying. Case, not a brand I use very frequently. Okay, so enough room for sunflowers. And it's full. We still have a couple of bags left. That is good. So, engine is on, worker is off, and I need to jump in the Land Rover. Eek. Helper D is blocked by an object, but I'm just going to drive through it anyway. Okay then. So I'll drive this back over here. That should be fine. So have a look at what that field looks like right now. So yellow is planted. That's what we're doing right now. Blue was cultivated. I don't think we did half the field there. There's a lot here that needs done. We may finish all of the main up and downs before we run out of seed again. There's a little bit more seed which we can top it off. But yeah, that's definitely looking like we'll need to go to the store. Once we've emptied the seed pallets that's there, what I'm planning on is we'll drive that back to the yard and then swap to the Fendt so that we can head off down to the store and load a couple of pallets on the back. That's a little bit off. Let's and that will be fine. I probably can drive through the hedge at this point, and maybe I will. We'll do the top end of the field. We'll come back and do that bottom corner. Yeah. I did have a choice of doing the trailed harvester as well, or not trailed harvester, the trailed sprayer, but I decided against that. Attached to the back of the tractor, it's easier to control, especially with the way these fields are laid out. And we can also, I'd like to get a self-propelled sprayer at some point. Maybe do a kind of mix and match where I have spray equipment for herbicide, spray equipment for fertilizer. I'd like to avoid fertilizer though, where possible. Okay, little green dots are on, so engage. So there's not a lot left to do on this side. All of this covered. That's good enough. So we got up to there, and that should be wide enough to clear the rest of the field. And that is the field. The main parts of the field sprayed. I think I'm trapped on that tree over there. Yep. Let's fold up the end a bit. And then unfold it. Yay. Quick cheat on the tree, So there's a tiny, tiny bit down here. And then there's the whole, what's that, west side of the field needs done. Oh. Oh, again. I did that wrong. Helper D has completed their task. Now, I am going to call shenanigans on that claim. Okay. So I'll run this over here. I could use this tractor as a sugar beet harvesting tractor. Okay, Beet Technologies. 185 horsepower. It's close. It's real close. That's the only harvester for that. These things way too expensive. So 190 horsepower for a. It's possible we might be able to do it. So where is our planting tractor? I'm gonna guess it's right down the bottom. Oh, there is that awkward bit over there where it goes running off into the grass field if I'm not careful. There it is, hiding in the trees. So why do you think you're done? Because you're hiding in the trees. Okay then. Guess that's a thing. Oh, basically it's got to the end of the field here and it can't detect back that far to figure out where it's supposed to turn around. Still got 62% seeds in the tank, so that's kind of a good thing. So what angle are we at? 134, 130, call it 135. So what's the opposite of 135? 35, 235, 315 approximately. So we'll bag that up to there. That's 315 and hopefully that's enough for the worker to be kind of happy. Yes. I will jump. I've got another fent. What other fent do I have? Don't know. Well, let's just continue spraying this field. Patchwork, good morning and welcome to the stream. How's your Saturday going? tree. Mind the tree. Mind the next tree. Gauge GPS. So this application of fertilizer should mean that these fields, we don't have to come back here now until harvest time. And because we planted these fields fall, we should be good to harvest these right at the end of summer. Not that that's anytime soon. That little patch on the left might be me failing to plant there, because it's almost like the cedar was too close, not close enough to the previous row. It's kind of close, but not right on. All right, back up a little bit more. That'll do. Engage GPS, turn on the spray, kill some weeds. So yeah, that bit right there, I'm thinking, sorry, I just disengaged GPS while the tractor was in reverse. And I've previously explained that the extended driving mod does not play with GPS. So where normally I would use, I would set the tractor to forward mode and use the accelerator to go forward and the brake to stop, or select reverse mode. Basically what most driving games are like. So if you want to go backwards, stick it in reverse and use the accelerator to adjust your speed, and brakes to stop. And the extended driving mod does that for Farm Sim, and I like it. But as I said, GPS does not play with that at all. So if you're using GPS, you're under normal Farm Sim controls, which is accelerator is go forwards and brake is go backwards. Okay, we had to fold this up. How's the seed doing? How is the seed doing? 54%? Is that? Okay. It's not too bad. I think when we get back to the farm, I will load this up with herbicide anyway, again, because I'm looking at the grass and I think we may benefit from herbicide rather than fertilizer, at least for the first application. Okay, so we need to, no, that's not what we need to do. That's absolutely the wrong thing. We need to do that. We need to set A, turn on the sprayer and go. For a while. It looks like I can see there is a change in ground colour there. What do I need to do? That one. Set B. Not good. I need to back up a little on there because we screwed up, and gauge, turn it on. So yeah, those patches are a little bit concerned. They're not as big as I thought they were, I must admit, but that's still a lot. And we have a bunch of grass fields down here. I think for farm money making ventures right this minute, my plan is to drive through the hedge. My plan right now is to mow the 2 fields we have, unload them into a silage bunker and make a batch of silage. We will then sell that in a few days, and then we can worry about money for the farm after that gets done. So yeah, I can actually see where the herbicide has been, so that's a good thing. The other fields, the crop's a little bit more dense, so it's not as easy to see what you're doing. So I could do this by eye. Just drive it, and I might do that. As soon as we get to the top. Maybe before we get to the top, let's engage forward drive. And turn off. Turn that off and run back over here. And now, of course, I can't tell where I've been. Okay, there we are. That is a big patch of no growth. So that's kind of concerning. But making weeds dead is good. That'll give us the best yield. There's nothing we can do about these patches of no growth, unless it's failure to germinate, in which case that was my mistake for not planting when the temperature was good. But if that's a growth issue, you have no control over that at all. It is what it is, to quote the millennial farmer. Wee. So not a lot else has happened this week. I think we're now, with the staircase fixed on the deck, we're now at everything's kind of where we want it to be. Our contractor's actually working on 2 other contracts at the moment. He did the staircase as a fill-in job. I think 2 weeks ago he was waiting for an inspection on one of the jobs he was doing, so they dug the foundation and they had to get the inspector in, and the inspector wasn't coming for 3 days, and he was probably going to be turning up late in the afternoon, so we got 3 days out of him. And he likes that, because he gets paid for days he'd be waiting for an inspector. The other thing I need to get done, I think, as a priority, is putting power outlets in the basement so that we can actually plug things in, because then I can do stuff. Plug in my my power tools and do some stuff that Mrs. Osa wants done around the place. And what else have we got down there? We can then consider putting the furnace down there when the furnace blows out, because that's old and we expect it to